Hi, my name is A Sparks, Most Speech Marketing, and today is your Man Minute. And today we're going to talk about editing audiobook. There are 2 things that you will need to edit your audiobook. 3 things. 1, you will need to record your audio. And in the last video, I told you that when you record your audio, you'll be doing the final edit of your book. It makes sense because only an idiot would read something that don't make sense. So fix it the best you can, and you'll probably fix it again in the future, and then you'll probably fix it again in the future, and then you'll probably fix it again in the future. So who cares? It's just eventually getting better. Number 2, the first thing you need to edit audio is Premiere. Adobe Premiere. Don't mess around if you have Soundtrack Pro or something else. You need Premiere. Why do you need Premiere? Because it's the easiest to do. The easiest. So, one of my tips and tricks for Premiere when you're editing audio is first, ding! I'm only going to talk about the first part, is edit the audio. Just make sure it all makes sense. Cut out all your laughing and the 15, 20 times that you made mistakes, and get it all in its own thing. This is chapter 1 sequence. This is chapter 2 sequence. This is introduction sequence. This is chapter 25 sequence. All that stuff is super important. I didn't bring my coffee. Okay, you got that? One line, do all the edits. Now, the third thing you need is Adobe Audition. You have to have it because you can't edit in Audition, it's too hard. You can edit in Premiere, it's easy. So, the next step is go back and listen to chapter 1. And what you'll hear is blah 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 blah, and I was walking over here, blah 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 blah, and I was walking over here, and somebody tried to trip me. Okay, so how you get rid of those clicks? Usually a click happens when you cut something and you mish them together. You got one and the second sentence. Very simple. Well, the problem with the audio is that when you have one side and the other, it goes because one sound is beating another sound, and together they have a party. So in order to prevent that, you gotta go to that section, press one side, move over 2 or 3 milliseconds or frames or whatever you want to call them. There's a little volume thing that'll pop up. It'll say volume is 0. So you want to click that. You want to click that volume is 0. Almost got eaten by a wasp. Okay. Click that volume is 0. And then go back to the little crease part or one frame in front of it, regardless of which side, and hit and go up the volume, hit -20. And then check it, because the first few times you might not do it right. Because if you hit -20 and you don't push the little button to say, here's the thing, I'm going to move forward 3 frames or milliseconds, and it'll say 0. If I click on it, it'll say 0. So in the middle of 0, there's a little egg thing, and you push the egg thing. Then you move backwards and you go -20, and you'll see the file go. Then go on the other side, back up 3, hit the little egg thing at 0, go forward 3, and hit -20, so it's going to go done. Now just do that about 6,000 or 7,000 times. There is no way to automate that, I do not believe. There's no preset for it. If there is, please share it with me, because I just did like 90 different chapters with doing it that way. So that's your second scrub when you're listening to it all the way through. Make sure you say the chapter name in front, blah, 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 blah. And then in Premiere, select this down here, make sure you got your little sequence highlighted, edit in Adobe Audition. Then I will, the next minute will just be a tutorial for Monday. It'll be a tutorial for Monday, and I'll show you advanced on how to get it out at Audition in your audiobook. So anyway, that probably didn't help you all that much because I'm not talking about business, I'm just talking about books because I just did my book. And from a master marketing technician like myself, I can open up all those programs so fast and make your head spin. I never flinch. I'm so fast, I do 10, 20 people's worth of work a day. I'm not lazy. I sit down 12, 14 hours. I finished that book in like 70 days from beginning to end, and I'm marketing it now, so I will tell you exactly how to market it, which is where we're going. But if you want to get yourself an audiobook, you need to record the audio. 1, 2, get Premiere, and 3, get Audition, and 4, expect mistakes because you will have to re-record. What will happen is on your microphone will just be a little too loud, and you'll have to mess with all that. So the next tutorial, the next minute will just be a tutorial, and that'll show you how to do that. And then we're going to get out of this situation and we're going to roll into something else when it comes to marketing a book or product or marketing anything using social media. That's your Man Minute for today. This is your Man Minute.